listening to the No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers.
What? Man said Bon Gerard.
The No Tekkers podcast.
Come on, man. Let's get it.
Episode 79, the No Tekkers podcast. I'm your host, Braz. I got my co-host here, Chief.
Bun the stats.
I got my other co-host, Mr. SLS Sunday League Settings, Big Fazza in the building.
There.
And then we have a very special guest in the building today.
Cheese.
The female Adriano, left foot mad.
Adriano, you know.
Left foot mad up. Top striker from the ends. Miss Jannelle, Straker in the building. Welcome.
Welcome.
How are we?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We're here to delve into the journey of your footballing journey, that is. And get kind of an insight into women's football. Obviously, Euros just finished. Is it Euros, isn't it? Not World Cup.
Yeah.
Euros, isn't it?
You're supposed to know this, man.
Yo, listen.
Don't get it wrong, babe.
Need some ball in it. So yeah, we wanted to get a female footballer on and kind of get their perspective on the state of football, and yeah, man, you know what I mean.
Sounds good to me.
All inclusive and all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get straight into it then. So you play for West Brom.
Yeah.
West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah, been there for a year now. Got signed this time last year.
Okay.
Season didn't go as planned, but when I got another offer to be there for another year, I was surprised.
You were surprised?
Yeah.
How come?
Out of the season, I only got like 3 months. I wasn't sure if I did enough in the 3 months to secure my space for next season. Yeah, I ended up breaking my ankle in December, so I literally got from like October to December, and before that I've like never had an injury, so it's just that look in it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we get into the whole West Brom and how your season's been, let's track back to the start.
All the way back.
All the way back.
Back in time.
What was your first football memory like? How did you get into football? Because obviously in England it's not really a girl's thing to do.
No, definitely. So I'd say I got into football from like 6 years old, like going to play centre as you would after school. Then you've got your after school clubs. So like me, I'd always go with my sisters, and that would always go to like music and art, and I'd always go down, like be the only girl, go down to the boys' sports hall, play football, get involved, be the only girl. Do you know what I mean? That's where it all started. I'd say from there, we ended up having like a soccer company coming in. I think they were called like Soccer Planet at the time.
Yo, these man need new branding. Bro, Soccer Planet, you know. Come on, man. Okay.
But yeah, they would come into like the play centre, would do like football sessions. He'd bring his own kids from the soccer school, and that's where it kind of started really. We'd do tournaments, and then like I'd be the only girl, and I've got like 3 bibs on, and I'd play for like all the teams.
You need your player.
Literally, like, I wouldn't get a break. It's just like take off your bib and go again, take off your bib and go again.
Yeah.
And I think like from there, I was kind of with him till like 8 years old, and then from there I went to primary school. Got scouted by Villa through primary school.
What primary school did you go to?
Paget in
Addington, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paget crew.
Big up Addington.
It all started at Paget really.
Okay. And then, you was at Villa, you said, right?
Yeah, from the age of, say about 8, all up until 13.
How was that first experience in terms of like going into, now you're like, raw? Or did you even know what you were stepping into?
No, so I didn't know what I was stepping into. Like even now, I didn't know how much of an opportunity Villa was until now that I'm at West Brom. Do you know what I mean? Like looking back, I didn't know Villa was such a big thing then. Like you don't, when you're so young, you don't really understand like the bigger picture of women's football and stuff. You just think, okay, do you know what I mean? Like let's play or let's not play.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
So when you got to Villa, what was the structure like? So was it like you had to come training certain amount of days? Did you play any games, tournaments?
So if I remember right, we did play matches, but it wasn't competitive down to our age group. So like you'd go training and stuff twice a week. Like training was compulsory.
Yeah.
I think my time at Villa ended when my mum wasn't able to take me to football. Obviously, single mom, 4 parent.
Yeah,
4
yeah,
kids.
yeah. Where was the training?
Was that Badimore Heath as well?
No, it was at the Villa ground in the Dome.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Next to the stadium.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
was in there. So, I literally missed like 1 session, and then the next thing you know, like that was just me done. So.
What, they just said, yo, in a bit?
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
From one session.
Yeah, literally.
Is that
You'd
something
think they would give girls more time as well, especially since you're trying to encourage more girls to play football.
I don't think back then though it was more about. I don't think it was a case of like encouraging people though. I think it was just a case of like.
Wherever you should be here.
Yeah. Like
Mm.
I
that
think even.
expectancy?
I think even then you play like 7-a-side, so it's like you've got 12 girls there. Some of us need to go. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
not about building football and encouraging women at that moment in time. It's just about playing for Villa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
crazy that it's
So in terms of the actual team, because I know you said it was 7-a-side, did you feel like you was one of the better players? Or did you feel like it was just kind of everybody's on a level playing field kind of
I
thing?
felt like everyone was on a level. I didn't feel like I was the worst, but I don't feel like I was the best player either. Maybe that could have been a reason why they just let me go so easy. I was there for a few years, but you've got players that started their football career at Villa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe if things went a bit different, I'd probably be a favourite. I should say, in women's football. If I was a favourite, I'd probably be there now still.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
So where did you end up going after Villa?
After Villa, I went to Warsaw Ladies.
So how did you find that transition from going from Villa to Warsaw? Because I'm assuming it's a step down in terms of quality and stuff.
and facilities. And
Yeah,
stuff.
most definitely. Most definitely. I think what was your question? Sorry.
So what was obviously the Villa standard was
Oh, yeah.
obviously quite high. So what was the difference that you found from going from that elite level almost to a lower level?
Lower level.
Well, I guess you're young though, innit? Was it? I mean, you
Yeah, but I
probably
mean, like,
noticed the facilities.
I'm more like in terms of like the standard of coaching.
Yeah,
and that
okay,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
So the standard of coaching obviously wasn't as high. Like you'd go to Villa, you've got like 30 coaches. You go to Warsaw, you've got 5 coaches.
Wow.
That's a massive transition. That
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. Like I'll be honest, at Warsaw training, you're probably training in like Warsaw Park, whereas Villa, you're in Villa, like in the
setup.
dome. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
That's crazy. That is.
That's
yeah,
mad.
like the women's like
Playing with the
football
squirrels and
pyramid is just
I suppose though, the
and
foot-
whatever else.
You get me?
I said this
Yeah, so
girl.
if you think about it, the WSL's only really come on in the last 2 to 3 seasons at,
Yeah.
at a higher level. So if you think
Yeah.
at a younger age,
Yeah. Everything
no.
else was
Yeah.
a bit mad. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
Where
Should get the
was
squirrels
last?
in that.
yeah,
Squirrels.
sorry,
Oh yeah. So yeah, training in the park.
Yeah.
Warsaw, like that was the standard really. Like don't get me wrong, yeah, you probably do get the Warsaw kit. That was probably as official as we was as a club.
So
Yeah.
was it quite lax then in terms of like, obviously, basically you didn't come to one training session with Villa and that's it. Is it more like, okay, we kind of give you more leeway?
It's
at
kind
Warsaw?
of like the standard shows. Like it's kind of like with Warsaw. If you don't come to training, it's okay. If you don't come to training, it's so okay that you can still play on Sunday.
reminds me of certain people's Sunday league team.
We'll get into that later.
Names.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, there was definitely like a difference in the standard, but yeah.
So how long was you at Warsaw then?
I'd say I was at Warsaw for like a good 4 years. I think I played for Continental Star, then come back to Warsaw.
Big up Conti.
Yo.
Stars.
Everybody pay for contest
Yeah,
though.
man.
Everybody in it.
Yeah, man. Shout out Lincoln
Oh yeah, big up Lincoln still.
and what's her name?
Diane.
Diane.
Yeah, man. big
Sorry,
up.
Diane. I know
Diane.
you're watching this. You're like, this is why. Sorry,
She got cost you, not me.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Continental was good. Played with a girl called Shani, as you might already know. Like we was the 2 centre mids. We just ripped it up.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest.
Big up Shaney.
Yeah,
Shaney
big up
Jennings, Shaney.
Yeah, big up Shani. Big up
Rah, Shaney tearing it up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. She didn't mention that on her podcast. Yeah. Okay.
So obviously you just said that you was playing centre mid together. So when did you transition to be more of an attacker, or was you always kind of?
Yeah, so I was always like, even now, like, put me anywhere attack. last season for West Brom I was playing number 10. This season I'm playing left forward. Do you know what I mean? Like anywhere, as long as I'm.
So what would you say your best position is?
I'm gonna say 8.
Bruh, yeah.
I'm gonna say 8.
That's a lot of workload, you know.
Nah, I hear that. I hear that.
Okay.
What's the formation set? Sorry to cut you
It's okay.
at West Bram. What's the formation that you mainly play?
It changes up quite often, to be honest. But I'd say we train around the formation of 3-4-3. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Or even like
Vibes.
Similar. I was a little bit different.
or even like a 3-4-1-6, or 3-4-2-1. So you got 2 10s and then the 9 striker. So yeah.
Decent.
Yeah.
But I've been doing like left wing back since the start of the season.
Woof.
Workload.
Yeah, a little
Fitness.
bit there. Yeah.
Legs.
That's a lot.
Core.
I've been retired
Mental
a long
states.
time.
Yeah. That's not fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, depends on if that floats your boat, but
Nah,
don't float my boat.
that is the
Yeah.
graveyard shift.
Yeah, it's long still.
Especially
90 minutes
in
up and
the last
down.
couple of
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
Hot
yeah,
as well.
Nah, your GPS is definitely touching like
Yeah.
8K.
Yeah.
And the rest.
Yeah. It's
8K a half.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
struggling 5Ks over here. Use that carry on with that.
So from Conti, went back to Warsaw.
Yeah.
Second stint at Warsaw now. Obviously, you kind of know the ropes a bit.
Yeah. So
So how old was you when you went back to Warsaw?
I'd say I was about 13.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I wasn't. I was 16. Yeah, I was 16.
That's a big difference.
Sorry.
That's 11 and 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went back to Warsaw at 16. I think I was there then for about 2 years. After Warsaw, I got pregnant, and then football wasn't like
The priority.
For me, football was done. Me kicking ball again was never going to happen. Like, what women do you know that's had a baby and come back to football? Like, do you know what I mean?
I mean, it can happen.
It can
You've done
happen.
it.
Yeah.
You've done it.
Yeah, I hear that.
You're the blueprint.
To like do it for me, like my biggest achievement though is having a baby and coming back to go higher. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I've never gone as high as I have now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Sick.
So then.
And we ain't done neither.
Yeah. It's true. Very true. So after your daughter now
yeah.
getting back into football, what was the motivation, I guess, to get back? Because I mean, really and truly, you didn't really have to.
Nah.
But I guess you would. He's like, you know what? I'm still gonna.
Nah,
Like, what was that motivation for you to get back into football? Because you knew it was gonna be hard.
No, definitely. I think for me, while it all started from like, obviously pregnant, you go kind of out of shape a bit. I wanted to get back into shape. I started off with Power League. Was doing that for like 6 months, met people along the line, ended up getting into like a local team, 3 people I met at Power League, which was called, my bad if I get it wrong, I think it's SJB.
Okay.
SJB, yeah.
Shout out them, man.
Yeah.
And them gal. I gotta be all inclusive.
So yeah, it started with had my daughter. I went back to SJB. That standard. Do you want to know about the standard?
Yeah, please. Give us an insight.
So it's like tier 7, it's tier 6, 7, which is like the lowest. Obviously, everyone's got to start from somewhere. You don't just have.
So
a
is this mixed or is this straight women's football?
Women's football, but women's football starts from 16. So you've got
Okay,
like,
okay,
do you know what I
okay.
mean? You can have 16-year-olds and then 34-year-olds.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh, imagine that.
it's
That
mad,
sounds mad
obviously.
still, but that's actually like
That's
normal.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
that's
It's like, yo, I'm WH. Like, I'll play with your dad and your kid.
Women's football is deep though. Like, you can be a 16-year-old girl playing against like someone that's 35-year-old that's gone through like changes and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Now that's
a massive life.
Yes. We need to kind of.
We gonna address that in a bit, but
Yeah,
stick a
we'll
pin.
circle back to
Stick a
that.
pin.
Sorry, I've gone off subject.
Yeah,
Where
it's
was-
like we do
I'm
this
definitely
all
gonna come
the
back to
time.
that.
It's amongst
Stick a
ourselves.
pin. Man like Ben and that. Yeah.
Love it.
Go on.
But yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, SJB.
SJB,
Thank you.
yeah.
So yeah, SJB, the standard. I'll be honest, like people smoke fags and stuff at half time. You've got
Whew,
girls
Ross.
drinking like Koppenbergs. Like you could probably shoot from the halfway line and score.
Yeah.
Mad.
Like yeah, it's
Mad.
So
mad.
it's like Sunday League. Wow.
Nah, not even that.
No, certain divisions Sunday League.
Back a day when I was a youth, Sunday League, I used to go, man, drinking,
man used to drink
smoking,
WKD
everything.
as a warm-up.
Got
Yeah.
2 studs missing at the back of their heel.
Sorry, I don't know.
That's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point, like,
Sorry.
if you haven't got 11 players, like you're gonna fold.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that.
It's
So,
all mad still.
but obviously, like if they didn't have me back at SJB, I probably wouldn't be where I am now.
That was a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's good though. Got your feet wet, innit? Back into the
definitely.
game, and then okay. From there, then what happened?
From there, I went to a team called Solihull Sporting.
Oh yeah.
No, big up Solihull Sporting because
Yeah,
they're
man.
the ones last year, Solihull Sporting men's that kept turning up when it was getting
Oh
boxed.
yeah, man. Shout
The
out,
young
shout
youths.
out.
I hear that still. Big up
Yeah.
Solihull, definitely.
Yeah.
For me, like, this is the first team I was at for like years. I think I was there for 3 years, which probably takes me all up until a year and a half ago. Do you know what I mean? So
And
yeah.
was that more structured as well? Solihull Sporting, where there was more of a foundation rather than being at SJB, where it was a bit wishy-washy.
Yeah,
where-
100%. Like, we had a place that we could call our home pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't get girls there that are smoking, like, fags and drinking beers and stuff.
a standard to
It was
what
a
you have to
standard,
do.
yeah. You get kit, you get training kit. Like, do you know what I mean? I know it sounds so silly, but
Yeah.
in women's football, to have, like, a training kit and to have kit, away kit, like, obviously, third kit's something we still probably won't have and something
Yo, chill, man.
we can work towards. But, like, Solihull Sporting it's tier 5, and so it's definitely like a more improved standard
Than it was
Yeah,
at
yeah.
SJB.
in women's football on the pyramid and stuff.
We say you can see the difference
Yeah,
in
of
the
course.
different in the tiers.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. However, as I said, like, women's football is a bit. So you probably still would train in a park with tier 5. Do you know what I mean?
Bear squirrels.
Yeah, them man.
Higher than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you was there for 3 years,
Yeah, I was there for 3 years.
and then off the back of that, is that when you signed to West Brom?
Yeah, so.
So how did that move come about? Was there a scout that approached you, or
No.
did you have to kind of
So was you still
pay
playing as
somebody a
centre
quick
mid
tenner?
in this
a
Solihull,
scout?
or was
Nah.
was you just going up front, just banging off again?
Just doing jam banging off.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
light
I
work.
love how
Jambas.
like 10 minutes
Yeah,
into it,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just confident.
Nah, I seen the goal he scored. Was it last week? Goals,
Which one?
Oh yeah, yeah.
interception, and slapped it left foot.
Put on the
Bins.
clip up just there.
Yeah. Clip gonna get inserted still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mad. I was like, raw.
From nowhere as well.
Yeah, that's what, like, yeah, that's Adri right there still. I was very Adriani-esque. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, how did that move come about?
So West Brom, it was like online trials, something I've never done in my life. I don't know what made me sign up. Like, those opportunities don't come to people like me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, was at mine with like 2 other friends. We all signed up together. Long story short, like, I was that motivated to go. I was the only one out of the 3 that went.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't even go. They didn't even turn up.
Nah, they didn't.
Are they good?
They stayed at.
Nah. Alright, yo.
Yeah, they're good, man. They're good, man.
They're good.
They're good,
I just
man.
don't know what I say on this.
I'll edit that out, man.
Just everybody freeze for 5 seconds. I know what it is now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you was the only one that went out the 3.
Yeah, I was the only one that went out 3. When I got there, obviously it was overwhelming. You've got 60 people there.
Yeah.
Like 30 of them are already in West Brom kits. They're already players.
Charles can be a bit mad as well, innit? Like,
No, 100%.
it's like, yo, they just put you in small sided games, and then
you
it's
hope
like they're
you-
watching one side and they're not really watching you
Yeah.
over here.
And you hope that you catch somebody's eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, literally. I said to myself, like, yeah, there's so much people here. Like, there's 5 coaches. Like, how are these 5 coaches going to see all of us play? And,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
that,
yeah.
yes,
And
Was it just one day as well?
Yeah,
Bro,
one day.
that's mad.
2 hours.
Okay.
So how they did their trials though, it was kind of like split into 5 sections. So it kind of made it like the groups a bit smaller, because you would get in groups of 15, 20. Do you know what I mean? And then rotate. For me though, my mindset was, I know it sounds a bit bad, but to just be selfish,
Yeah.
because I'm thinking like I've probably got 15 minutes on the ball to show myself. So yeah, I was selfish and I got what I wanted out of it.
Yeah. How was that convo after then? Like, how did they approach it? Be like, yo,
So I
you
didn't
was
get-
doing a mad thing.
There was like, even that wasn't so positive. They were like, so we did the trial game. In the trial game at the end, I think it was 3-1. I got 2 of the goals. One was like just a goal. One was like a rocket. If it wasn't for the rocket, I probably wouldn't be where I am. But there was like, they come up to me at the end like, we don't really sign players from trials. So already that's
So what's the point of the
what's the
trial?
point?
Yeah. You have to pay for it.
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe some money thing still.
No.
Maybe it's just a charity. They're ticking their boxes.
Mad, honestly. There was like, yeah, we don't really sign players from trials unless they're like England, like unless they're a worldie. So I was like, okay, interesting.
So I'm a
Could
worldie.
could that have been their poker face in a sense of we
Yeah,
want
that's what
you,
I'm
but
thinking.
It's like
Could have been just like I don't
Okay,
want to
yeah,
be
maybe.
like
Could've
come
been
across
like a poker
desperate, but
face.
please sign for me.
you could potentially have options of other teams that are sniffing around you. So for them to kind of come across a bit like about it.
I would love to say yeah, but I feel like because I've been in tier 5 and lower, them kind of teams in tier 3, like even as of now, like I've broke my leg, like them teams wouldn't know about me because I haven't come from high. Do you know what I mean? Which is why it was so hard to go to West Brom. Like for example, I went there was like, we're not going to sign you up straight away. We're going to put you on a 6-week trial.
Okay.
That's because I've come from lower. Whereas if I had some kind of name, like 6 other players there, they come to trials in West Ham kits. They got in as soon as they
just from
got
the badge.
signed. Yeah, as soon as they got signed, like there was moved to other teams and stuff later on down the year. Do you know what I mean? Like just because they had a kit, they got signed.
But there's bare tutus man that come through the game. Yes.
No, yeah, 100%.
Do you want to name any or?
We'll be here a long time. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that another day.
So obviously now you've got the 6-week trial.
Yeah.
What you thinking? Like, yo, this is my chance to kind of.
Oh wait, so the trial
Yeah.
day was just to get the 6-week trial.
Yeah. So
Mad.
I'm thinking, yeah, I'm signed up. Like they're like, yeah, we just need to look at you a bit more, and you know. But this is all again just because of, in my opinion, because I've probably played for a lower team.
Yeah.
As
Just want to be thorough in their
Yeah.
yeah,
decisions.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Like for me,
I mean, it's a bad way to go about it, but yeah.
no, yeah, definitely. But that's just women's football. For
Yeah,
you, do you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
That sounds like, I'm not joking. So obviously, I'm older than these two. You can probably tell. But no, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
It's alright, man. Blood don't crack, man. You good, man.
See, I did me wrong. But that's what it was pretty like when I was coming up, where they kind of kept you on the edge of even if you knew you was good for your level, which you clearly are. They're not going to tell you straight away. They want to kind of keep you on the edge so you keep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
So I remember one manager in particular told me.
You want to name him?
Nah, I can't do that right now.
Okay.
Still playing, man. Wait till he retires, man.
Yeah. When the trilogy comes out, can't do one movie. I need to do a trilogy.
Only the chief documentary.
Chief episode next week.
But yeah, I remember one manager told me like he wants to give me a new contract, but he doesn't want to increase my money to what I'm worth because he wants to keep me hungry.
Yeah, all that nonsense.
I said, what do you mean? I said, I feel like if I give you more money and what you actually deserve,
You won't be hungry.
Lazy.
you'll become complacent and not right, brother. So you want me to actually starve and not feed my kids?
Yeah. And you know what's mad? In any other field of work, you know,
That's what I mean.
doesn't even exist because
You
any
literally just told me you don't want to pay my worth.
Because any other field of work, like any whatever, like you're gonna have to pay that person the going rate, otherwise they're going elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's why football's a bit silly and a bit wishwash.
Well, even in other jobs, though, innit? More time you have to leave, go work for the competitor,
Yeah.
and then they'll come knocking your door like, "Oh, can you come back?" And then that's when they're actually paying you,
Yeah, pay
which
you
is
rate.
silly. Why don't you just to
Exactly.
keep me if you know my worth to pay me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
Well,
You know what I mean?
going for that at the minute still. You get me?
You meet both.
You get me?
Yo, is this hot off for the press?
I'm gonna go into the day job. You get me?
You say Sunday SLS is paying now like that.
New tracks again.
This is the 9 till 5, so you get the trying to respect game, innit?
Okay, so 6-week trial.
Oh, yeah.
How was that trial for you for that 6 weeks? Was you anxious? Did you get to a point where you thought, you know what, I'm just gonna try my best and it is what it is, or was it like, yo, I was out here trying to like swimming in deep waters? Like, what was the standard, or did you how did you feel out of depth, or like how was it?
I think I felt like loads of different emotions all up until like even like now, and I just say it's because of the way I was treated. Like not the way I was treated necessarily, but like even on like week 4, I'm thinking, okay, have I done enough? Like I'd go home, I'd work it all out. So I've got 6 weeks. You've got 3 training sessions a week. That's what 18 sessions to prove myself. Do you know what I mean?
A lot of anxiety.
Yeah. And anxiety is something I struggle with massively anyway. So like to
Likewise.
project that into football to get in the right outcomes was hard. Do you know what I mean? Like every time I get in on the ball, I'm nervous. But most importantly, and this is what I can't stress anymore, like I'm not gonna just come to West Brom into tier 3 and be boom bam bim because I've been playing tier 6 and tier 7 all my life. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know what football is at is like this
At
level.
that level.
Yeah.
I don't know about pink. Like, do you know what I mean? At like tier 3, you need to know your next move by the time you've even got the ball.
Yeah.
Like tier 5 and that, you can run through 30 players, you can shoot at the halfway line, you can do what you want. So my biggest challenge, and it's something I'm still going through now, is adapting to the speed of the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, example, tier 5, you'll probably get the worst slide tackle and get took out. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll get took out like dirty. Like tier 3, them things probably won't happen. Like, you'll probably get a shoulder to shoulder and you're going to get sent. But do you know what I mean? It's
Defenders are more intelligent.
Yeah, more intelligent. That's the word. It's just it's a complete different game.
It's like chess.
I think the fact that you
Checkers.
recognise that, like you said already, and you're already adapting your game, and I think you're open to that. That's a massive credit to yourself as well, because a lot of people that potentially wouldn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bit crazy with it.
But yeah, definitely. But like, if you go on the flip side of that, like, as my manager would say, like, Jan, stop stressing, stop beating yourself up. Like,
just play.
Yeah, you've been here for a couple of, like, you've just come to this level. Look how much goals you've got. Like, your stats. I know you like say bun the stats,
Bun the
but
stats.
not can't put them in this one.
Bun the stats.
In this situation, like, the stats are real.
So are you saying? Well, I guess you could argue a case for it, but I guess especially in women's football.
Yeah.
Are you saying stats matter more?
I wouldn't
In
say
what sense?
Like, for instance, if Jan goes and slaps 40 goals this season,
She getting a move,
she's getting a big move.
but that's the same as men's, really.
Is it though?
It is. That's why there's bare tutus man that shouldn't be in the
But
Prem,
like, but that's what I'm saying. You could argue a case for, but like, would it matter more in women's football? Is what I'm
I
saying.
think I'll add on to that then. Alright then, in men's football, you could go and get a total smooth to another totals club, and who are willing to pay that money.
Yeah.
As in women's football, correct me if I'm wrong, there's only a select few teams that have probably got the bread to pay for those 40 goals a season.
Right.
Female strikers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but the point is though, that 40 goal a season person is still going to that team.
Yeah.
There might be a smaller selection of teams, but they're still going to one of them teams because
Bigger teams, yeah.
you're too good to be there. Well, too good.
But also I was going to say on what you was going to say, I think you just recognizing yourself though, like you belong in it there.
No, yeah, definitely.
Like, and just knowing that I am the
100%.
shit in it.
No, definitely. I feel like I've adapted, and I feel like
That's sweet money job.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's fine. It's fine.
That is, sorry.
Podcast fine.
No, yeah, definitely
Titties
feel
on the
like I've
tracksuit next
adapted
week.
though.
Okay, so West Brom are, you say tier 3, but that is, so you got
No, if I was converting it to men's football, it'd be like,
League 1,
yeah, League 1. So your Premier League for us would be called your
Super League, yeah.
Champion-
WSL,
yeah.
them man that don't know.
Championship, and then
Yeah.
you've got your Prem, and that's where we are.
Okay,
Um,
who else is in that?
so you've got Stoke City, got Nottingham Forest, who is our first game of the season next week.
Nice. Where's that?
It's at home,
Where do you guys play at home?
Keys Park, but we're not going to be playing there till September. So our temporary home pitch is Ray Hall.
Ray Hall Lane.
Yeah,
I swear?
yeah.
On the carpet.
Yeah,
not-
down Great Bar.
That's
We call it the carpet. That's
the
like the
carpet.
top tier
That's
for Sunday league.
Beacon.
yeah.
Oh,
it's on the
yeah.
carpet.
That's top tier for us. That's just an average day to you. It just shows that women's football is.
Yeah, I mean, come a long way, man. Come a long way.
Okay.
No, yeah, definitely.
So when's the game? Next Saturday.
Sunday at 2:00 kick off at
Yeah,
home.
man. So if you want to come see the Rocket, you know where to be, yeah?
Yeah. But that's what, the 28th.
Yeah, the 28th, and then we've got another home game the week after.
Yo, what you saying, Faz?
SLS.
Yo. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking to roast though.
I don't believe it,
All I'm thinking is it.
Let me have a good week at training first. Get that start. Let me secure that start.
100%.
Yeah, keep it posted.
Yeah.
Welcome to still.
Yeah, I wanna. Where's the pin?
Still a bit in that, yeah.
Still, I know it. And
Okay.
I'd love to cover one of them games. Definitely.
Yeah, therefore.
Definitely, thank you.
I've never been to a English women's game.
I've been to one, but again, it was probably like you said, a lower tier one.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I've never watched one live,
But
but I've watched
after the back of the Euros, I've been gassed. I watched every single female Euros game. That was sick, bro.
not
I
lying,
love
man.
that.
I'm being honest.
Lying called
Love
Jan's
that.
here, man.
Did you not actually
Telling the
see it?
truth.
Tell the truth.
Nah,
bro.
to be fair, Faz was talking about it all the time.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
love that first.
Nah,
At
bro.
least someone
Faz was like,
in it.
yeah, the Spanish.
I
listen,
At
believe
least
you.
someone on the table supporting women.
No, I'm being honest.
Yo, what's going on? I'm gonna say direct them shots over there.
What did I do?
I'm probably hip again. Nah,
So-
there were no rolling around. It's like some of the football isn't the greatest in some aspects, but I think just none of the nonsense and S Hauser is not really involved in it. And it's like It's just football.
I love how you media trade now. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Apart from 5 minutes ago.
Sensational.
We're gonna cut that out.
So let's talk about more controversial topics in women's
Yeah,
football.
let's go back to that pin that we.
Hold on. Before we go to that pin, though,
Oh, you got another one gone.
Jan said earlier, this is off camera, by the way, that Arsenal women, Bop City, not Bop City Kiddie, Bop City, City.
Come back, kiddie. Oh,
saying she believes. So Chief asked the question. You asked the question. You're here, mate.
yeah. But how did the word it again? I need to remind myself.
Where would they fit
Yeah,
in?
basically, how would. I
In the
asked
men's
who the
football levels.
best women's team is. She said Arsenal ladies. So I said that cool.
Yeah.
So in terms of that team, where would they rank in terms of like men's football? Like who would they be able to compete against?
Because Arsenal ladies, they've got Fingy up top from the Dutch striker.
The
ain't
one
it?
that you said.
Wiedemann.
Yeah.
The best player.
Yeah, that's who she said was the
Thank
best
you.
player.
Yeah, she gravy. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Wiedemann.
But yeah,
I will be looking out for her now, but I've never watched it.
I probably won't. I'll be.
You've been watching the Euros and it, so you
I'm
know
not gonna lie.
about
Where's she from?
She's from Holland, innit?
Oh, so she played in Euros.
Yeah. No, she wasn't in the Euros. She was injured, wasn't she? Or she didn't play as
Oh,
well.
that's why they didn't win.
Now, because we took their manager, innit? The Dutch manager is who managed
Who's
England
we?
to the finals.
Barbados.
England, eh?
But anyway,
Go ahead.
speaking of Bayesians, we got our next Bayesian in the house too. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Soon come. We working in the background. Don't worry.
Okay.
International
okay.
call-ups pending. But
Okay,
anyway,
okay.
back to the original question.
Back to
So,
the original question, sorry, my bad.
Arsenal ladies, where would they rank with the men? So, you want to tell them the answer that you gave, or
From the horse's mouth. Chest.
Well, I feel like Arsenal ladies could definitely compete with Blues men.
And beat them.
Did I not say this to you a couple of weeks ago about the standards in women's?
no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
We said.
No, you didn't.
I said Division 1, not the Champs Division 1.
Okay,
I
well,
said.
I'll take that.
No, I said Division. Did I not say that, man?
I don't remember.
I don't recall
but
that
It
'cause I
sounds
definitely
familiar.
jumped on
I'll back you on that. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, you
take
two must
that,
have had that conversation
Yeah,
because
it sounds
we
familiar.
would have definitely talked about
I
this.
definitely had with my stepson as well because he was hammering the women during the Euros.
Okay.
I had to try
And now we
break it
prove we
down to him.
represent the country better than the men. But yeah, we mean.
That ain't hard.
Ooh.
Yeah, England men are tough, man. I support Ireland when it comes to.
I told you, man. We're Bayesians, man. We're good, man. We're good over here.
I'm saying it's Farrell and I support Ireland.
So that's a big statement.
Well, Blues are tutus though.
Yeah, but you mentioned without the
I'm joking,
physicality,
man, I'm
of
joking.
course.
Of course, yeah. Take out like the physical side of things.
You're saying
it was down to like,
Technical side.
If you say
yeah. If you couldn't
they
touch,
couldn't get close to them, basically.
Yeah, but you can't just say take out the physical aspect because that's part of the game.
Well,
So-
the barging and
Yeah, but-
pace.
But everything
I think
it's part of the men's football, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
if
give
you-
you an example. Leon women in it, like they're gravy in it. Like Barcelona women, they are gravy, bro. When it comes to football, and we know
Yeah,
keeping the
whole
ball and
different
the ball don't get tired in it.
yeah.
And the man them will get tired.
Fair play.
I mean, honest with you, like I've
Fair
been watching
play.
women's football a long time, and it before it was where it is now.
I'd pay to see that.
Like honestly,
I would like to see it myself.
a couple of seasons ago,
I would like to play against it personally.
I was a part of a team that played a female, a
Are you
semi-professional
gonna
female
two-foot them or
team.
what? What's
Nah,
going on?
I would like to experience what it'd be
getting
like
bopped.
to play against top level female players.
Okay, fair.
You get to now you see now you don't.
Huh? If I get what?
And now you see now you don't. Some of them legs is your bro.
Nah, like I said, I would like to see it. Jan tried, it didn't quite work out like that, but like I'm saying, I want to be able to know what the levels are like.
But then I
from
think
the-
we have to look at it and say, right then, men's football started 100 years before women's, innit? So to see where women are now in football terms, it's
big.
It's big.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have to respect it for that. Like,
Yeah,
Because
100%.
obviously, like coming through at Blues with Aluka, obviously his sister was obviously the face of England.
Yeah.
So obviously, I grew up watching any play and do her thing,
Yeah.
and obviously seeing that standard now compared to that standard then, like obviously it has come on leaps. Like back then, like
was
keepers
a-
didn't have hands. I'll be honest,
Yeah,
it was
a
wild.
man- even
Yeah.
like we're
You'll
talking
shoot
like-
from 45 yards, and even if you're going straight to keeper, it's going in the goal.
Like even like Jill Scott in it, because she's played for England for the longest in it.
Yeah.
When Jill Scott first started, compared to where England are now, Jill Scott's playing in two completely different setups. So she'd probably have the best story out of all of it to tell of how far the game has come in a career. Shall
Yeah.
we say?
100%.
Yeah, man, get around the pod, man.
I wish, man, she's big time now, man.
Yeah, it's mad still.
Yeah, and he's too big time for us as well.
That's just a phone call, man.
I made that call. And she flew out to LA. It's like,
Oh, yeah,
do
she's
you
the
think?
manager now, innit?
Yeah, she did her thing, man.
Okay,
Yeah, big
fair,
up any
fair.
man.
The other controversial topic is obviously players that have gone through gender transitioning
Yeah.
and that are now playing in the women's game that used to identify as men or males. Have you played, in your experience, against any of those type of players?
People, yeah. So, yeah, I wouldn't say it's something you experience like a lot of the time. But
Well, you're used to playing with the man them at Power League, so
no, yeah, 100%. But you know,
yeah.
like,
In the women's professional game, it's supposed to
it's a
be.
bit different. But
Yeah.
like, there is like boundaries. Like, so if you've gone through like a sex change and stuff, or whatever.
Is it pre-up, post-up kind of? Does that got a thing to do? I don't even know. Like,
Do you know what?
Why isn't it as long as you identify?
Yeah. So you don't even actually go through the chain. That's what Shani said, isn't it?
I think you do, you know, but because it's
might
mad,
change now, I
but,
don't know.
like anything higher than my league, if you've had the change, you can't go higher. So there's a barrier now. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't know if that was there like a year ago.
So what's the highest they can go?
Like my level now.
Oh.
So League One, yeah.
So League One.
Okay.
You'd say. There's a girl that plays in our league now. Yeah. Her team's just got promoted into our league. So if they was to get promoted again, she wouldn't be able to.
She'd have to
Play.
transfer
Do you know what I mean?
elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is like a barrier and a boundary.
Okay.
However, yeah, I've never played against a player like that outfield. It's been a goalkeeper, and as I said, they've been promoted. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
she does her
yeah,
job
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Like she does cover the goal to the point like.
Oh, so she's a keeper.
Yeah, she's a goalkeeper.
Okay.
It's a mad.
Is that the same keeper that
I'm trying not to comment on this.
we was talking about last time? Is that Ben?
I don't know.
Okay. Cool. It might
So
be
it
Ben.
even changed the name. Just changed.
Well,
changed.
Shaney said, "Nah, it's like everyone's like, yo, Ben.
Now the man, he can't be called Ben.
Why not?
Do you mean why not?
Nah, because her name's Lucy.
Okay, so it's
So
not
I'm
Ben.
saying so.
Oh, Ben could have been Lucy. Lucy could have been Ben.
True.
You know what I mean?
So Lucy used to be Ben.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
don't know. I'm just saying,
It's getting
like,
too technical. I'm getting confused. What's
like-
going on here?
Shaney basically said like, yo, it's blatant and it like players are calling their name as like the male name. But
So-
I guess names are not really like.
So on
it's
paper-
more weird now in it because people really don't have to identify. Like you can say, you know what? I don't even
This what I'm
identify as
saying.
human right now. You get me? So I identify as a coin or something. Like I identify as some
Pronouns.
jerk sauce or something.
Pronouns and pronouns and all of that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
But
Someone
my thing
said-
is though, how come like if it was the other way, like Jan couldn't just say tomorrow, I'm gonna be identify a man, just walk into a man's team, like that there would be uproar. But then for women's, it's not the same.
I think
this
there's
is
so-
why
I
we're
think- I think
this
there's
is
so
why
much
we're here,
red-
brother, to shine light on the
I think
situation.
there's so much grey areas and so many variables in it. It's like
Yeah.
because look at this.
100%.
I've only really seen the swimming one where the
Yeah.
swimmer went from
Yep.
being like a 400th in the world as a male athlete
To be number one.
to be like number one,
Brother.
and the size difference is like a man's shoulders like
Yeah,
a broad
yeah.
and
Yeah,
Basically,
'Cause
Michael
it is
Phelps.
a man.
Yeah, there
then, and
you
he's
go.
blown like the top 10 woman swimmer like out the water,
Yeah,
pardon
yeah,
the
yeah.
pun, like literally.
Yeah, it's mad.
It's
She's
Very
like,
mad.
when she'll save the ball, it's honestly something I've never seen, but like she can grab a ball with her hand.
hands
Like MJ.
It's crazy.
basketball.
Right, man.
That's mad
But
still.
yeah.
So,
Fair play,
what's
like-
your opinion on that then? As a female that's taking part in the sport, do you think it's better or it doesn't help the sport?
My personal opinion, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
don't
matter.
matter?
Nah, I don't. To me personally, it doesn't matter. I don't know if it's because I play with men. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
it is, but like it doesn't bother me.
Mhm.
Like if I'm coming across like yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't bother me. Like I'd give as good as I would with a woman.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've
Do you
seen
know
you
what I
kick
mean?
up a few man still.
I don't know
Okay.
what you're talking about.
Yo, to call the lawyers real quick.
Studs lifting and
But yeah, no, me personally, like it doesn't bother me. I think maybe other people, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
So do you think it's good or good? Do you think it's good for the sport?
I don't think it doesn't affect the sport, if that makes sense.
I think
Okay.
I think the only
From my
question would ever
personal
come up is
opinion.
if somebody was severely injured. in
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah,
And we
yeah,
use
yeah,
the
yeah.
term
What do you mean?
Just to defer it a bit, so you
Like
you
the
may-
physicality
like
in
the
it.
physicality could
Like
go
if Lucy
Like, so
decides
could go for like
Lucy then
decides to charge
injure
out.
somebody.
Do you know like when you go like you go for a head on your elbow and you catch like that potentially could cause controversy, but to defer a bit and change sport then, because if they're saying now you could potentially have female and male boxers fighting each other.
Nah, that's wild.
No, but this is the world we're living in, so look, we have to say so if a man wants to hit a woman in normal broad day, like it's domestic violence. It's
Yeah. GBH.
Yeah, GBH. Like you put a boxing glove and a boxing headset on them, then I think that's when. How do you then kind of weigh up all the variables?
So, but my thing is, if it's a case of like you're saying there's a barrier, you can't go past a certain point. That means you're admitting that you know it's wrong.
No, but and that's when I.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's for the sporting.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're willing to put a barrier in, then you already know they shouldn't be in the game at all.
Yeah,
Either take away the barrier completely and let them play wherever.
But do you think they're protecting the upper
athletes.
class or the elite athletes at that point?
Well, like it still applies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's probably why they put that, because they're protecting. But I'm saying
Protecting them
why,
how, like physically.
Yeah, but why protect?
That's what I'm saying.
What about the rest of everybody else?
Exactly.
Like, oh god.
And these are the questions you have to give to the
Yeah.
above, isn't it?
Do you know what it is though? Like these players that like have gone through change and stuff, like they still have breasts, they still have Betty, so it's like.
We gotta work on your media training.
She sounds like me 6 months ago.
No, so it's like you can't like the way you lot are talking. It's like you lot. I think you lot think
We're trying to be PC, innit? That's why.
yeah, you lot think. I think like you lot are making it. We're not coming across men like.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
wham done.
Yeah,
Not yet.
Like
You might do. You don't know.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? I hear that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like these people.
Like
are still
potentially,
feminine, like,
I could retire tomorrow from the men's game and say I'm identify as a woman and go play women's football. Technically, and then you could play me this season.
yeah, but you can't just do that because you need to have all the changes.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
So then you need
next
to tick
season
boxes.
I could do it.
If you want to.
Technically, obviously I'm not going to you. But
I was gonna say that.
you know what I mean? Especially since Darius, I can't even get to the. Like, what's the point?
But I think, like you said, I think from your point of view, is like you're comfortable with it for the fact of you've played with them and them. So
Yeah, and
that you
women's
don't
football,
show-
like
yeah.
it's so gay, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's normal, like to see girls acting like boys, and like it's just normal, like.
Because this is what I was gonna ask, then. So if you've got the male coaches and stuff,
Yeah.
like obviously the changing room. I've always said it for the man, like everyone just sitting there, like just do it. Do the men have to leave the changing room when the females are getting showered and dressed and that? Like for me personally, I think that would be a norm, innit? But
Yeah, of course.
I don't know how.
But you say that though, but there's in
That's
obviously
one thing I've
for
always wanted to ask, because I don't know how does that work.
Male football,
there's
there's
still like female physios and stuff
Yeah.
and whatever, so they'll still be in the changing room.
We know that because like the female they will stay there, but from a male point of view, being a bit, we know it differs, isn't it?
yeah.
I think at the moment, like for example at West Brom, we've got like 5 coaches, including our manager. You'd probably catch like the other 3
Are they all
are
female?
males now.
Okay.
So your only females are your physio and our manager. The assistants and the goalkeeper coach, they're all men. So like they're all waiting outside the changing room, but they have other jobs to do. So they'll be setting up the pitch. Do you know
And
what I mean?
why is that
okay,
again?
okay.
Whilst we're getting changed after a game, they're collecting GPSs. They're getting food ready.
So they're on job
Everyone's
doing
got a job.
stuff.
to the
Yeah,
point
yeah.
that
So
they
they're just
can
not
be
chilling in the
even
Basically,
if-
something to keep them out the way.
yeah. Even the physio, like there's a physio room just in case. Like some weeks we can have a woman, like a female physio who we do normally have. If she's away for whatever reason, a man would step in, and for that
Man like
reason, man like Jack.
Yeah, Jack just started that kiddie, innit?
Yeah, big up Jack. Big
Yeah,
up
yeah,
Jack.
yeah, yeah.
Well, me and Jack have words anyway. We got
Is that the hench baller, Donny, that ran on the pitch?
Nah. He's gone to Forest. We got Mike, man. Big Mike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He just left and went Prem. So
He was at CLT, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Shout
there is
out,
that,
man.
like, there is that barrier, but in women's football, as I say, like everyone's like.
Tomboyish, like.
Yeah, so everyone's got a sports bar on anyway. So like, if a manager was to walk in, yeah, he's gonna make it himself known he's coming in.
Yeah.
But like, girls are like, oh yeah, I'm all right anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? But at that point, don't get me wrong, like the men still won't step in. They'll just wait until everyone's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, that's all right then.
Answered that question.
Yeah.
I was on. Now
It's
my
a better
daughter-
media train,
now,
actually.
now my daughter can start football. Polished up them videos. You good now, Shay?
Okay. So yeah, I mean, the controversial has been answered, or the controversy has been answered.
Question's been put out there.
Yeah. So okay. So obviously you guys are aiming for promotion.
That's
Is the goal?
plan.
So who are the favourites for your league? Are you one of them or?
In my opinion, yeah. In other people's opinion, probably no. Favourites will probably be like Wolves. Wolves, Burnley, maybe
So they're like the top.
yeah, Wolves, Burnley, Huddersfield, AFC Fylde.
Filed and that. Go on then, filed.
Yeah, them team. Did we say Nottingham Forest?
No, you didn't.
No.
Mention
Yeah,
them.
maybe
Mention that,
Forest.
yeah.
They
Forest
could
as
be
well.
up there.
Yeah.
West Brom.
How
they
many
could be
teams are
up
in the
there.
league?
I'm gonna say 12. I think I might be wrong, but if I am wrong, it's 10. But
Okay.
I think it is 12.
How can you not know?
I want to ask just the one question. Does it make a difference? Like, see how you've got obviously the bigger setups in the men's team. So if you've got a Premier League men's team,
Yeah.
and obviously they've potentially got a better setup. Like Man City have got a good setup. Arsenal have, Chelsea have.
Yeah.
Because I was going to use Burnley as an example for the fact they've been relegated. Would their men's team and their financial setup hinder the women's?
100%.
100%. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
women's backing. Obviously, I'm not a professional, so I can't talk like in depth about this. But from my personal opinion, like women's football, like the backing does come from the men. Do you know what I mean?
So how successful they are.
Yeah.
Of way
How
they-
successful. But I just think I don't know how it all works exactly, but like I think it's just like how like willing as well they are to be like to get involved in women's football. Like for example, if I was to ask like a male footballer, like, do you see your females team around the facilities and training and stuff? Like, nah, because there's a massive divide. Like we going on there, like a male's facilities like gold. Do you know what I mean? To have the opportunity to train at the men's training ground, it's mad. Do you know what I mean? Like the divide that we've had for all these years, like even like playing at the Hawthorns and that, you get that opportunity once a season. Like
Mad.
it should be all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it should be all the time. It's mad.
Because your back is
Facts.
in it for
Yeah.
Facts.
But to us, it's like a big thing. Like, do you know what I mean? All
Yeah,
these.
but I see you doing all the photo shoots and that, and doing the kits and that. So is that new to the game, or is that kind of something that they've kind of just this a tick box, or is that kind of normal?
Yeah, I think it's normal for football at this standard. This whole standard of football is just new to me.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So I think this is like,
So is that because of the size of the club rather than the division you're in? Because I know you mentioned filed, so I'm guessing filed ladies wouldn't be doing photo shoots with filed men because.
yeah, no one. I don't even think women's Super League teams do photo shoots with their men. Do you know what I mean?
But they have it like
They
separate.
got their own
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think, for example, like I'm not even too sure. Where do Blues men's train? Do they train at West Hills?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. You women do as well. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
championship, and that probably still happens. But again, would they train on the same pitch opposite each other? No, you men are probably right at the start of the facility, and you women are probably all the way.
At the top with the.
at the
Yeah,
back
yeah,
somewhere,
yeah.
like,
Them took us
far,
pictures
far
with the
back.
wolves
Yeah,
and that.
Yeah.
What's her name? That
Squirrels.
manages Chelsea. What's her name?
Chelsea manager.
Chelsea manager. Yeah, she knows her stuff as well. But she was even talking about it when she was talking.
Just like, bro. I don't have a
No,
clue. G.
no,
No, bring
Well, I
that
know
question
who
over
you
here,
are.
fam.
The blonde,
With the blonde hair, the big
like-
woman.
Oh, yeah.
I can't put my finger on her name. I'm not gonna lie.
But she's the one that
Yeah.
because she talks it as it is, isn't it? She's
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
got no filter, and she's actually said that she says to Tuchel and that like, I've been here longer than most Chelsea managers, and it so I know this building and this club better than you managers will ever know it. So we need to open it up and have it where you got women and men.
Yeah, I rate that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name's gonna pop up when I'm driving home, and a message will be like, yeah, that was her name. but again, I think she's got football knowledge enough, like the England manager has,
Yeah.
to manage a men's team.
I don't think there's no reason why the bigger clubs shouldn't split or help the women's team out at all. Like your Man U's, Cities,
Definitely, 100%.
Arsenal's, Chelsea's, Spurs.
Even 1 week's wage will be massive. Do you know what
You know
I
what I'm
mean?
saying? Like,
surely that's like. do you
I
know
think
what?
any team in the Prem, to be honest, because
Even the
if you got
Championship.
if you get promoted, that's your bonus. If you get relegated, you get in that. What's that bonus called?
The parachute
parachute
payment.
The parachute pay, bro. You're
Yeah.
getting like 100 million. Like,
Yeah.
fam, 2 million will sustain a women's team for how long?
We had a photo shoot not so long ago for like West Brom, but the men were there as well. So they've literally like for the women's team, there was 2 of us that have gone to this photo shoot. Like women's football, as I say, it's different. So half of our team are at work. Like we've gone there, and the men are like, oh, okay, so like why is there only 2 of us? And I just had to stop him. I just had to let him know, like, hi, we're at work. Like you lot have probably been paid for this shoot. Like we're here because we're available. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get paid for this. Like
So when does it become? Sorry to cut you out, Jen.
It's
Is it Super League and the Championship is where it then becomes full time?
yeah.
Or do some teams still? Some of the I know some of the teams in the I think it's called the Champs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Below the Super League, they're
Yeah,
still
Champ.
kind of
They're
some of
still
the players that
full-time.
hit them, so they're full time as
Also,
well.
yeah, you'll
Okay.
probably get. I wouldn't be surprised if 1, 2, push it, maybe 3 teams in our league go full time by December.
Got ya.
That like I'm hearing that's going to be happening.
That should be the. I
Is
think,
West
Yeah.
Brom one of them? Or?
I think off the
Not-
back of the Euros,
I don't think
is
so
that,
yet, you know.
There's that momentum of like that's where the push is now, innit?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
No, defo.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
So
West Brom are an established club, man.
Yeah,
No,
man.
defo.
It's not no tuttles.
Nah, they've been. Come on,
You
they've
get what
been
I'm saying?
kicking it from,
Yo,
like,
Brucey, man, have a word, man. Come on.
No, we've got like new system coming in like very soon. So like West Bromwich Albion players will get paid like expenses. So it's not actually paid, but it is expensive. Expenses and
Oh, with
No.
petrol prices now, that's a good wage.
no, do you know- No,
So do you have to make your own way to
100%.
games, or do you have?
Yeah,
do they
like-
provide coach and?
And so yeah, your away games, you'd get like yourself to the Hawthorns. A coach would pick you up from the Hawthorns.
Yeah.
You got your coach for away games.
So do you do overnight stays, or you just on the day just meet?
I haven't experienced an overnight stay yet. We have had an overnight stay this season, only because it was Newcastle and it was a 3-hour.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that will happen because I don't know what our fix. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know how far out we've got to go. If it's anything like over 3.5 hours, I assume we would. They have known to stay out before previously, but it's only happened once, and that's been this season in a friendly.
Okay.
Home games, yeah. We used to play at Sutton, so for me that's like, do you know what I mean? Literally up the road. Why we play at Sutton, I don't know, but obviously we'll get our own place. Like,
I think even like the 23s and that they play at now. What kiddie now?
Not West Brom, that's Wolves.
they're at Keys Park as well.
Oh, are they?
23s.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think their ground's getting like relayed. West Brom are relaying their ground. So
What, the Hawthorns or?
no, the Keys Park.
Okay,
Entwards.
okay.
So until that's done, we won't play there. So.
Okay. But they have the uni up by Warsaw.
We train there on a Wednesday.
Okay.
Um,
So that's decent.
Oh no, sorry.
Wolves uni, innit?
Yeah.
Not Yaston. Yeah,
Is
it's
it
Wolves.
the Performance Hub?
Yeah.
Yeah, you-
One where. What's that road called? Was it Warsaw Road?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
The one next
on
to
the
West
left.
Brom ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the actual West Brom.
Men's
Yeah. Next to yeah.
That's where Hereford
Yeah.
train.
Okay. Yeah.
Doctor's
We
Club,
train
but,
like at the Dome on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
We train at the outside, like the Dome bit, on the Tuesday. Wednesday would be the Performance Hub, and then Thursday would be the men's training ground. Yeah.
Oh, that's good,
growing.
man.
It's
That's
growing,
all right then, man.
As long as there's progression, I think that's the major
That's
thing.
not
innit?
too bad.
Yeah, definitely. Like we'll take the expenses, and like maybe in a couple of months, couple of years, it will turn into like a wage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what it takes is more people like yourself to come out and speak about these issues, because then more people are
Aware, like you
aware
guys,
of these
yeah.
things. You get me? Because then you can start championing these things. Like, yo, these women are getting
It's still
treated
a
like.
taboo, like,
bro.
100%.
I thought was mad. It was on the back of then the England ladies have won the Euros, and then they're still arguing and debating should girls be allowed to play football in school as PE. Like, how do you mean?
It's not
Like,
fair. Like
Yeah.
we train.
What?
For me, we train more than like semi-pro men's, and we still don't get paid. But semi-pro men's team will. Like you're gonna. What do semi-pro do? Like Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursdays.
Yeah, we do Tuesday,
Like
Wednesday,
certain
Thursday.
Sundays,
it's
Sunday
mad
teams are
still.
better than semi-pro teams, man. I've seen enough.
Yeah, it's mad.
It's mad.
That's why we
Um,
say the women then would.
What side of the fence? Sorry to cut you first. What side of the fence do you stand on in terms of when that whole situation came out? Should women be paid the same as men?
Again, I think after the Euros, like definitely. If I'm right, in America, I know that women's football is bigger anyway, but like the American women like turned around and just basically said like we represent the country better than the men, so like how come the pay is so different? So in America it is 50-50 apparently.
Yeah, European.
At international level.
So in terms of
Yeah.
what, though, like in terms of like what? So you said the American team.
In
so in
international
terms of
level.
like, do they
International, yeah.
they get the same treatment as the men's team,
as
far as
or
I'm
just
aware, yeah.
They probably get treated better. If I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah,
bro.
The national team, they're both on par. So
Yeah.
the American national team,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Megan
yeah, yeah.
Rapinoe
That makes
and
sense.
all of those, like they are.
They're treated the same way the men's team
because
would
they
get
are
treated.
better than the
Can you
men's
name even like a top American baller right now?
Pulisic.
team. What men's?
Yeah. Okay.
Pulisic and that's it.
That's
really.
who. Weston McKinney.
Yeah, Western decent, but again, it's not. They're not better, more well known than
Then,
the
yeah.
English.
Yeah,
they're
the
some of
women over
American
there, like-
national team.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think women over there it's like 70-30, and I'd probably say it's like 60. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like 70-30 women. Over here, I'd probably say it's like 65, maybe 60 to 35 to 40. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a bigger game over there. And I think obviously now we've won the Euros and whatever. I'm not saying let's like copy them, but I think we've definitely like.
I think what helps
What
their
was out
sport
there?
is scholarships as well.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
100%.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I can let my daughter play football and she'll get a free education.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
they look at it.
Yeah, 100%.
So if that system was here, maybe we would see more.
I think I'm going to use the word euphoria. I think what the women winning the Euros has done for the nation for that last 6 weeks. 6 weeks it went for. Something that men have been striving for the last 66,000 years.
Brother.
66,000.
No, literally, 100%.
that there you can't. When you see the little girls singing the songs and they're all going in, I've got daughters myself, so to know that even Shay's 14, that's my daughter, and for her to still trying to buy into football now, on the back of the Euros and that, it's something that for me it has to go that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be accessible.
It would
for
make
everybody.
sense. It would make sense.
Do you know what like annoys me more than anything? Like places places. So you'd go to places and that they've got like deals safe. So Menduras, Harry Kane scores, you're gonna get 3 point. Someone scores from England ladies, what do you get? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
there's so much rewards for like men's football and like free
I'd have
things
been
and
drunk
that.
off Beth Mead, bro.
Listen.
It was mad, yeah,
It's mad.
because down at Goals, obviously they've got now the stickers for the sticker books.
Yeah.
Goals didn't really. I think they was giving them away,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
and it was like, yo, that's mad. I remember collecting. My first sticker book was 99 2000 Merlin thing.
Merlin.
Yeah,
I
I
took
remember
them-
Paolo One Chop at Derby. That was one of my first stickers. and
Fam, you get me, blood.
gas and that.
You used to get the silver ones, like the
Yeah,
special
yeah.
ones,
Bro,
yeah.
when man's hitting volleys in the special shot, and then you had to get the team shots, you had to get 2 stickers. Bruv, yo.
No, I think it will be though, because I remember, like anything, Ken, it's like the bandwagon is standing. Like as soon as somebody jumps on, all it takes is a massive sponsor to buy into women's football. More
That's it.
Than it is
Oh,
now.
yeah, definitely.
And then everybody's on it. And,
Yeah.
And you'd probably be one of these Saudi man.
and that's it is. Get the live.
Them Newcastle Dons.
Like the live golf tournament thing. Like,
Oh, there you
like,
go.
like
All right.
sponsor women's football.
All right, then.
Yeah. Like
All
it's a
right.
bandwagonist thing, in it, but it's growing and it's getting there.
Definitely. Slowly but surely.
You're getting your flowers.
Fairs. Yeah, so that was your journey in a nutshell.
Basically.
So long may it continue. We wish you the best for the season.
Thank you.
Bonus that still, but
I'm saying one-on-one. Yeah, I'm filming.
You don't want it, just
Nah.
say.
You know, so,
she already knows, man. She
You
already
don't want it,
knows.
you don't want it.
So yeah, let's talk about the Premier League, week 2.
Do we have to?
We can brush over it quickly if you want. I mean,
before we start getting cocky, can I just check my team score, please?
Can we just check who everyone supports around the table, please?
Can you
so
start then? I told you I'm a kiddie fan.
Liverpool,
Big up, man.
of course.
Oh dear.
United,
City kiddie.
United.
Arsenal.
I know kiddie.
You're Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Oh, you kept that one quiet.
No one's got no smoke for me.
It's all right. Give us a couple months. You down there.
Until she said she was an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Now I get where the cockiness is coming
I mean,
from.
I can. Who do you want me to support?
Oh dear.
I support football, so
What's the score?
1-1. Darwin Núñez sent off.
Yes, because he's in Bear Man's fantasy team.
Is that carry on the back end up?
So yeah, obviously the big story of the weekend: Man United losing to Brentford 4-0.
Slapped.
Atrocities. Chief, did you watch the game?
Nope.
Okay.
I did. Certain man should not have that shirt on, bro.
Mm.
And as a Liverpool
Like
fan,
literally, that was
Any
straight after my game. That
I'll
was.
say Maguire. I don't like Maguire at all. I think his pants in it. Sure, get him out of that team.
Yep.
McTominay, Fred,
Yep.
get them out of the team.
Yep.
Rashford, sell him. Bro, I said this last week. Rashford hasn't got any better since he was 19.
His
Older
agents
than
tried to pull the worldie. He tried to link him with PSG.
And I think what it is, you've got who else is in that midfield? Ericsson, I don't know. He just looked lost out there, man.
Trying to play at the back. That pass
Yeah.
was
Like I said, I was watching. I came in after the game. It was on the TV in the ground. I saw that. Walked out. Didn't watch the
Do you
game.
know
Yeah.
what that though? Because 2 minutes right then, the corner they conceded before giving away the free kick on the edge of the box was from the same thing where you tried to play out from the back, you've lost it, conceded a corner, they've took the corner, you've cleared it, and then you've got the shot goal kick, tried it again. I thought
But like it's not even like
the math ain't
it's basic errors. Like it's not even like you shouldn't even be trying to receive that pass there. Like you're straight in line with the keeper and you made a straight pass with a man behind you, and then you're trying to wrap it around the corner.
And what the thing is, you've got two players to either side that you can pass to the left or the right.
Oh, they tried to pass it. I would.
That's what I'm saying.
You should have just dummied it.
You think Bob City Kitty would have done that? Yo, man.
I think it all started
Hey,
from the first one
yo,
they conceded
I'm
when
gonna talk about Kiddie game because I went to Kiddie
You know what I mean?
game. I was impressed.
Tell them.
I
Talk
was
to the people,
impressed.
them, man.
Let's just hold on. Let's go to Kiddie versus Leamington Spa.
I would have been
Yeah,
there,
man.
but
Yeah. We know.
I
Yeah,
was on the
that's alright. That's
Bring her
alright.
team, man.
I'm on the manager.
So
Easy.
Happy wife.
went to watch Box City Kiddie. Obviously, I only seen them in pre-season against United and Liverpool. So I'm thinking, all right, didn't play the best. Route 1 football was crazy. Obviously, because they got Usain Bolt. Big up Cisse, them man there.
Yeah. But they both of them teams had a crazy high line.
Yeah.
So it just made sense. Pull it behind. And
So-
obviously, them man can ball as well.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So anyway, obviously, big up Simeon May.
Yeah, man, big
Glad
up
to
him,
see
man.
you back, brother.
You still owe me 2 points though.
Clean sheet.
So yeah,
Yeah, we'll take it.
Bop
Understand.
City Kiddy just couldn't finish their dinner.
One of them.
Just
Started.
Donny got the pen save. Tutu's pen, by the way, bro. Sorry, but it is what it is.
And you had a penal.
Yep,
20 minutes in.
yep. And hit the post twice. What's Donny? The number 7?
Man like Towie.
Yeah.
Tom Owen Evans.
Bola.
Big baller.
I'm coming to the next.
Said it with chest. Bola.
Left
Yeah,
eye,
me.
you know.
But I will say the football on display was sensational. So
All right.
yeah, man. Bop City
Yeah, man.
Kiddy was doing bits.
So like I said, I'm a kiddie fan.
Yeah, yeah. It was
man.
possession, ball retention. Yeah, mad.
Get me. Bare
Possession,
triangles.
possession was like 80-20, I'll be honest.
Get me. That's what we
But
do, baby.
you need a striking coach, so
Create one agency.
let me know.
Yeah, man, we
Yeah,
work.
I mean, I used to do it Sundays with the cat with the kids.
That's what I'm Yeah, I mean,
So-
we need a rocket. That's what we need, man. We need
Yeah,
that left foot rocket.
100%,
Boom.
100%.
Bam, bam.
Just
Yeah,
like
me.
Michael.
You know what I mean? So
I mean.
yeah, man. Big up Bop City Kiddy. Unfortunately, they didn't get the 3 points.
It's all right, man. It's a long season, man.
Ended 0-0, but these are the points that you need to accrue, innit? So
44 games to go, man. We're good, man.
Do you know what?
Wow,
Just
yeah.
playing in
It's a
that-
lot, innit?
how many 90 minutes is that?
I ain't even counting that. One game at a time, man. One game at a
I rate
time.
you for- I rate you for playing in that heat, bro.
Yeah, man. I can't lie. That was a
well, yeah, the
struggle still.
sprinklers out.
That dried up
At least
after
you got
30
those.
seconds.
We didn't even get those.
No hose pipe ban where you are, no.
Man,
But
the
yeah, big up-
sandpaper mouth and
yeah,
that.
man.
Why?
Yeah, it was good football, man. I love to see it. But anyway, back to the Premier League. Interesting stat. I know you won the stats,
Bonus stats.
but listen to this. So, Man City played.
Yeah, this is a mad stat still.
Damn.
I know where you're gonna go with this one. This one was mad still.
Who did Man City play?
Alright, well, I'll get it up. son.
Uh,
Let's be professional. Keep talking while I get it up, gents.
I can't remember what. Carry on, Carl. I know where you're going.
So, Man City played this team. I forgot. Excuse me.
Man City played Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. That was it. So, Bournemouth, fresh from the champ. You expecting a Mazza? I did because I put Haaland as my capo.
Same.
You get me? Man City's at home. Or was they?
You got 8.
Was they at home?
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, at home at the Etihad with all the oil money. And I'm thinking, yo, it's about to be a Mazza. Haaland's about to get 3 goals in this game. I'm about to lose this bet with Chief that he's done. He's about to get 20 goals. In the Prem. Brother, he didn't even get 3 passes,
Yeah, I heard it's 8
Alright,
touches throughout
and
the
he
whole
took
game.
kick off.
bro.
So that's automatically one pass.
So what were they doing? Like,
So one pass was an assist. The other pass was kicking it off in the second half.
do you know like when you don't like somebody in your team? Do you know like when like back in school you used to pick the person that was last on the fence, passed the ball? Was that my man?
Bro,
That's how happened to my man.
City scored how many goals?
It was
4, innit?
4-0. So you got Gundogan, De Bruyne, Foden, and Jefferson Lerma scored at own
Did
goal.
own goal, yeah. I'm thinking 4-0. I'm thinking, nah, Haaland's got to be on here. I'm scrolling thinking, nah, where's Donny? Can't see his name. What's happened? Then I see the stat come out and I'm like, raw, wow.
8 touches, you know. Didn't Lukaku get like 7 in a game? Before?
Yeah, that's the record.
7's the record.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just
I would have got
scraped
more
it.
touches filming the game on the side.
It's just-
passing it back in.
So yeah, I mean, to go off his first week to now, it's like, yo. But does it mean anything?
I just
No.
think it's mad for the fact
Okay,
how you touched
fairs.
the ball 8 times.
Considering-
With the team that's got the ball.
City
work.
passed the ball an average around, I think it was like, last time I checked, it was like 700 times a game.
Yeah, but you got to remember as well, when you're 4-0 up, they're not trying to score no more.
Yeah,
Danny's just making runs in behind.
but it wasn't
you know
4-0
that.
up from the jump.
As soon as they go, as soon as they kick off, they're keeping the ball.
Nah, City's ruthless.
They
You can
score-
see
they
it from the
score.
last game.
Once they score, they're keeping the ball even more. They're not looking for Haaland. Haaland's just there to finish. Well,
I just get 8 touches in a game on the big man's team.
Yo, if I just came for how many million and a man, if I'm Haaland, I'm like, brother, 8 what?
yeah, don't get me wrong, he's gonna be vexed.
So
but Pep's not.
how much is he getting paid per touch? And he's on 500 bags a week.
I don't know.
Nah,
let's
500,
not think
you
about
reckon?
that.
You're right. He's not 500.
Nah, I don't think it's that
Give
much.
the women
That's
them
Ronaldo.
more.
Yeah, no,
8 touches.
I think it's more like 350 or something.
Percentage of that boss. That is a massive.
Okay, but yeah, I thought that was mad stuff.
But like I said, I think it's a case of he's come there to do a job. You already scored 4 goals, so that's it. You don't need to do anything else.
First.
If you need a goal and he's not touching the ball, then that's a problem.
First.
If it's 0-0 and he's had 8 touches, that's a big problem.
All the other games.
I think that's an eyebrow raiser
Why?
because you are the main man, I would say, and you had 8 touches in 90 minutes.
But when you say he's the main man,
I'm saying this. If that was Darwin Núñez,
I was saying the same thing.
If that was Ronaldo,
I'm saying the same thing.
throwing it out there, bro.
But like I'm saying, like
I'm not saying it's an issue, but it's an eyebrow raiser. I'm like, huh? Come again? What?
But what is his game?
Do you know when your missus gives you the
To bang goals?
Exactly.
Yeah, but
His game
You
is
say it
to
all the
dictate
time.
the game. and
yeah, but I would expect.
playmaking
No.
and all of that.
But
So-
what I'm saying, I'm expecting you to get the ball to run at players. I'm expecting you to get on the score sheet if it's a 4-0.
Yeah, don't get me right. It's surprising, but I'm not. But for me,
vibes
it's not
slapped 11 yesterday.
yeah, big up vibes.
If your striker wasn't on the score sheet, you'd be concerned.
Nah.
No, I'd give you this. If he was playing Barcelona, tiki-taka Barcelona.
But I'm saying the way they play as well, you would expect him
understandable.
to even like drop in deep, touch the ball.
If it was a
Right,
midfielder,
innit?
then yeah, I would feel away because you're supposed to be the one that's kind of getting on the ball. As the out and out striker, that's not his game. He's not supposed to get involved with the play. He's not a number 10 dropping into holes and into pockets to link play. He's making runs in behind that Sterling would make, just getting behind. Sterling's not there no more. You've got to make all them runs in behind.
True.
Yeah, but why hasn't
And-
that stat been with like Aguero or who else is there?
But Aguero likes to come deep. That's why Pep had beef with him for time.
Aguero was a bad boy though.
Yeah.
They're pairing Aguero.
Aguero's different gravy.
Oh yeah, I tell you
Fairs.
what was funny though. My man getting his hair pulled yesterday, bruv.
Cucurella.
Yeah, I heard about. I didn't see it, but I heard about
My
that.
man's
Yeah, it
hair
was mad
turned
still.
out Again, listen,
Yeah.
my man's got his
It was
hair
mad still.
pulled.
There's no action being done on that, by the way, which I feel is
And the ref
a
was
bit
looking
wild.
at it.
What do you mean?
So they've reviewed it, and the FA said decided not to take any action against Donny.
So what actually? 'Cause I haven't seen it. So
So
talk me through it.
so basically, corner or set piece.
Pulled my man's weave, bruv.
So it's the ball's coming in.
Was the ball already in play?
Yeah.
So
So
the cross is in the box.
the cross is in the box. So you
And
and,
he's
the
got
man,
to head it and got his
you
head
know,
checked
you know, you know, that man was rough hugging you and feeling you up on side.
Whoa.
Yo, boss.
Whoa! I don't know where you got that from.
Yo, man was bare hugging Chief in the box.
Yo.
I was like, yo, man wanted to feel up your bib or something, man. I don't get it, bro.
But it's more than touch tight.
Fam,
I
it
think he was
was
looking at
crazy.
CC or something, man. That happened, man. Don't let
So
him fool
I'm
you.
thinking, yo, obviously it's a bit rough to tussle. So imagine that plus a man's pulling your hair down to the floor.
Sorry, is anybody else's thing cutting in up?
No,
Nah,
we're getting
just-
to
just your
last
thing.
couple of minutes in it, so that's where we're
Nah,
going.
you're alright, man. We got like 15.
I thought trying to quick me. Kick me out the dance.
So yeah, basically he's in that situation, he's pulled his hair and he's fell to the floor, like pulled him proper down to the
He's
floor.
pulled
It was it reminded me of Donny that done to Saka from England.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it's
kid.
basically like that, but with his
Bro,
hair.
listen,
Yeah,
it's
basically.
surprised I never got whiplash, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he pulled the man's weave.
Yeah, it's mad
Like,
still. It was
like
mad.
Tina Turner.
Dom
Call
Perkinex.
Yo.
Shut up, Dom.
yeah.
Oh,
But yeah.
Sunday League. Jeez.
Yeah, man. So yeah, obviously Tuchel
And that happened in the box.
yeah. It should be a pen really.
And then
I'd say,
they had a scrap
especially
afterwards.
if you're reviewing it VAR and that, but nothing.
Do you know what though? In women's football, I don't think you'd get a foul for it either. So
That's what I'm
if
saying.
that
I'm sure you
helps
showed
the
that.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have your hair ever been dragged in the game?
Are you mad?
Oi, sons, violence.
You know what?
Put the man
Yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that was obviously Tuchel and Conte had their little beef as well.
Yeah, I saw the call.
Looks spicy.
Yeah.
So the return
I'm
fixture.
saying Tuchel would have got his head knocked off, bruv.
You reckon? I don't know,
I ain't
man.
got Tuchel giving it 10 because he knew his brethren was going to. Do you know like the man that gives it 10? Like, just hold me back, below. Hold me back. Get out of here, man. Conte would have knocked you out.
So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting
Spice it up
fixture.
next time.
Yeah, man. So shout out Spurs and Chelsea for entertaining us. Right, on to the Sunday League roundup. Obviously
Pre-season.
pre-season still going on. The season starts September 4th. I think that's for most
I think
leagues as well.
it
So the
starts
Sutton
week
League.
before, you got the charity game the week before. High
Oh, yeah,
games,
yeah,
bonus.
Is that the
Are you going to be
winners?
covering that? SLS.
Yeah, man thought he had 2 weeks off still. Man's got about 8 days.
So yeah, let's VIP played SW Rangers. interestingly, that's game is on YouTube as well. So
Shout out Brooksy TV, man.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
Brooksy TV coming.
so ended 4-0.
4-0 to VIP.
4-0 to VIP. Big
man.
The orange and
big
black army,
result.
bro. I've slapped.
Man, like Henno on that.
Yeah, big
slapped all
result.
the big
Yeah, man.
teams this pre-season,
Big
bro.
result.
You didn't
So,
play vibes though.
Well, I was comfy on this bench.
so yeah, that should be that's a
Yeah, man.
that's a big
Statement
result.
win,
To be
man.
fair, the kings of the Sutton League.
That's what I mean. Like VIP are a good team, man. They'll be up there definitely, man.
Yeah.
Be a good,
said last week,
good
man.
title race this season, man.
Yeah, 100%,
Top three I
100%.
said was what, them ballers and Highgate again, innit? Just whatever order.
Yeah, but certain teams disappeared, innit?
Yeah, so
You want to speak on that, Big
I have to
Fazza?
say, innit?
announcement today, Birmingham
mad,
Elite
yeah.
Year Old team
Yeah, Birmingham Elite, innit? My
Folded.
old team folded, innit?
temporarily. He says.
Summer house and that.
Listen, it'll be a temporary thing, man. I know all my
Do you Shane and them, man?
They folded today.
The old Teflon Dan will be back, innit? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So
back.
was the Prem gonna come calling on Vibes door or?
We're good, man. We're good, man. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
We're just building, man. Just
Okay.
got our own little vibe going. Let's build on it.
It's fair.
We're good, man.
So is it
I like that energy.
10
10 teams,
now in the
10
Prem,
teams
man.
in the Prem now.
Yeah, man.
Now they're down to 10.
Yeah.
Was 12. But
I mean, it might end up being less. You saw how last season went. You know what I mean?
I don't wish that on me, bro.
I don't wish nothing on that, boy. I'm just saying.
Trying to be healthy, innit?
Yeah, man.
Good games,
But
and
yeah,
all
it's-
that. But to be fair for me, selfishly, I've winning in the Prem and the Champs, innit? So I've
There
got
you
to
go.
cover
man.
that.
There you
Good
go,
games
there
in
you go.
both, man.
I've
Lot of
got
spicy
good
fixtures.
wins.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, some
speaking
mad
of
things to-
fixtures, can we have them soon?
Stato, get on your job,
I
son.
mean, been waiting a minute now.
Yeah.
Stato, I can't plan my weeks, bro.
I mean,
Until
gotta get my scout reports out. Yeah,
Obviously, Vibes played.
yeah man.
Second-
Talk them through it.
so Olan, so Olan.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Brass take it on this one.
From what I saw, on the socials, and I saw a man was blocking up the road, in Duddeston, man, just parking cars with the one. Yeah. I'm hearing,
Vibes off a run, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Vibes
hearing
off
like
Shout out
sound
Tams Baller.
system
Yeah, man.
pumping out the
Yeah,
back
man.
end,
Yeah, man. Big up
sound
times, man.
like
Big performance sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Slapping man 11-1 and that.
Yeah, man.
And I'm
Should have been a
hearing
clean
that-
sheet,
I'm
but bonus
hearing,
stats.
like, big man like Brazzers grabbing hatties.
Yeah, talk them through it, man. Talk them through it, man.
So, obviously, it was a hot day. You get me? It was a hot day. Didn't really want to play still because the pitch was a bit mad at it. Like,
I was sitting at the pool.
it was
Yeah, I stood in the shade, sweating buckets.
it was probably 1G if there's a
Yeah.
1G.
Yeah, that was
So
Old
no one
school
knew-
Astros.
Yeah,
terrible, that.
it was a bit mad.
that sound like
Little piece.
Yeah, it was a bit mad still. So yeah, it was all basically the gaffer just said, "Yo, go out there and then enjoy it." And it obviously played me in a new position this week compared to last week. So yeah, man,
So it's pre-season, man. Gotta try out new things, innit?
I just had to relish the challenge. You get me, and fortunately, I came through. But it was what 8-0 at half time, 7-0. So
Should have been more though, but
yeah,
Man, I'm messing about,
definitely. Yeah, I guess he was just trying to play through. I guess when you're winning like by that much, it's hard to
get motivated for the second half.
not even get motivated, but just trying to be disciplined to keep the standard. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's where we kind of fell off in the second half, where we was not balling like I was balling in the second half, in the first half. Sorry.
It's hard though, innit?
So, yeah, man, it was a good run out for the lads. Obviously, the gaffer's happy. Obviously, we're winning. But
When does the season start for Vibes?
September 4th.
Okay.
We don't know who we got yet because fixtures are taking.
Yeah, I
hella
mean-
long.
Stato.
Yeah, man, it should be.
yeah, but we got a couple pre-season friendlies before that, so
Yeah,
we
next
won't release the too much.
Sunday's one should be
Yeah.
very very interesting.
Yeah, man. We might promote that one, so we will let you know where that is in due course.
Yeah. That one might should be an interesting one,
Yeah,
man.
man. They're talking hella smoke as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it though.
yeah.
Well,
it should be
I'll
good,
tell you
man.
afterwards. I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
Have a cameraman there, cause
Yeah, man.
I'm not working for a couple of weeks.
They're trying to put man on fraud watch already, and
Oh,
that.
they-
So yeah,
That's all
man.
good,
But
man.
yeah, it was a good run out. Obviously we still got players. Had a few players missing. So it was good to show that we got depth and we got versatility.
Yeah,
Man of the match was Tams. Shout
Yeah,
out
man.
Tams
Big up
Baller.
to Bengali Adi.
I just have to say,
Yo.
Tams went viral on Twitter.
Yeah, bro. It was absolute
Oi,
madness.
I don't think people. I think the joke went over. So many people said Twitter's a dangerous
Yeah,
place.
it's a very dangerous place.
Obviously, the flag in the face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw a few of them still.
Yeah, man
All
was
the
set
different
the flag in
names
the
and-
face. It had Skilly Bengali. Yeah,
Vibes
listen,
Patel, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
Vice
I was
Patel
crying,
had me howling. So yeah,
Oi, listen, Tams,
Yeah.
like, I'll give it though because you took it on the
yeah,
chin.
he took it on
man.
the chin,
man.
started promoting his party.
Oi, fair play.
Yeah, man. Big up Tams, man. Big
Yeah.
up Tams.
So yeah, it was but yeah, it was a good run out for the lads. So yeah, man, I'm pleased as director of
I'll tell you
football.
what was mad though. What I spotted yesterday. I'm not joking. Lee Atwell. I spoke to him this morning as well. Brother, signing this. One of those sneaky signings, isn't it? Bro,
Yo,
listen.
Oh yeah.
SW7.
Who we put as the top 3 best in the league last year? Top 3. SW7, D9, Kevin. He's only got Mr. Atwell's only got.
Got his mate on board.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yep.
Yeah,
Front
do you
three
know
looking
what?
frightening. Well, they're in nationals in it, so
Yeah, man, it's gonna be sick, man.
yeah, it should be
I say we were speaking this morning. I was in the gym and then I speak to him and I said, you know what, brother? I says all of whatever's happened before, I said it just makes the league more appetizing for everybody that wants to watch it. Innit?
Yeah.
I think
The controversy.
yeah, it's not. Even,
Yeah.
I think
Spicy.
yeah, it's just spiciness, innit? Yeah,
Yeah. It's good, man. It's the competitiveness
People
as
are
well. You get
talking,
me?
innit?
Yeah, I'm not sure Deeves gonna see it like that, but
I love Deeves, but
yeah,
Deeves, my
man.
boy.
Big up Deeves, man.
Yeah, shout out Deeves still.
Bad Deeves, man.
Yeah. So that was the Sunday League roundup, as far as I know. So Jan, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We wish you again all the best for the season. Is there any shout outs you want to give to anyone? Any sponsors? No? Okay, cool. Cool.
Now you killed it, man.
Yeah. Episode 79, the No Tekkers podcast. We out. Peace.
Bless up, bless up.